That logo means it's the top of the second hour here on Kpoppin. I'm your host, Isak. There is still time for you to send in your office song requests if you have any of them. I know a lot of our listeners are probably drawing a blank. It's okay. But if you have any fun requests that you want to send in, you can do that too. Timmy is going to be joining us in the studio. Do I tell you who's going to be our new guest for Friday? Yes, no, maybe so. I'll tell you guys tomorrow. I'll give you guys a huge hint. It's a he. And if you have been a loyal listener to Sound K for throughout the years, then you probably know who he is. He's never been on my show before, but yeah, he's been around. So I think just with those, a few of our loyal listeners probably already know who he is. In the meantime, we are going to continue on with the second hour and get ready for our tea time for today. Don't forget, vote for me. In the meantime, we've got some A-Pink's Kpoppin because these two awesome girls were able to release their subunit. We've got for you Copycat, and tea time is coming up after this.
어둠마저 눈부시게 유령이 널 따르는 stop stop 한 발 더 가까워지세 오묘해진 city light 마저 내 편이 tonight play 훌쩍 가까워도 기별 곤란하게 하는 것도 경계하는 mood 마주본 거울같이 바라보다 살짝 smile 압력 copy 캔 멋대로 그게 나도 좋아하는 만큼 완벽히 닮은 콜라보 설레는 기분 따라 sugar rush time 지금 널 copy 마치 한 마리 자유로운 길이라고 High low 널 뛰고 금당한데도록 crazy crazy 빨간 fancy car 지붕 위로 올라 hopping jumping 놀랍니 말랄라 coaster 불안 듯 난 올라탔어 어때 이럴 little monster 꿈처럼 멋진 groove 심장의 박자까지 너를 따라 뛰는 spark 압력 copy 캔 멋대로 그게 나도 좋아하는 만큼 완벽히 닮은 콜라보 설레는 기분 따라 sugar rush time 지금 널 copy 마치 한 마리 자유로운 길이라고 내가 널 copy해도 숨가삐 빠져든 건 널 거라고 내 눈에 비친 pink moonlight 말하자면 hypnotize 좀 더 내게 빠져가 너도 모르게 love 닮아가는 서로를 다 벗어날 수 없는 우부가 되어가 한겨울때 해도 기별 cool 놀랄 만큼 닮아가는 은근해진 mood 애초에 하나같이 움직이는 너와 나 압력 copy 캔 내 맘에 널게 놔둬 내게 지어줄게 나랑 똑같은 젤라로 마주본 시선 따라 honey rush time 지금 널 copy 그래 you got me 너를 닮은 길이라고
아리랑
Radio.
It's Thursday on K-Pop, and that means that it's time for us to play your song request, spill the tea, and have the awesomely very good-looking
Thank you.
Timmy in the studio. Hi.
Hi everyone, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good, and what about you?
Good. How has your week been?
Didn't do much. It
been
rained.
rainy. Yeah,
it was rainy
raining.
all week, so I just stayed home with my dog, watched some Netflix. Not much.
Not much. Stay
Yeah.
home. Just chill.
Just chill. What's good?
Your show's on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m.?
10:30. Yeah.
10:30.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't forget to watch that.
Go watch it.
What's the name of the show again?
Eden.
Yeah.
Eden.
Eden.
Eden. Eden.
In Korean, it's Eden.
Eden. Yeah.
In English, it's Eden.
Eden.
Yeah, because us Americans love to butcher every type
Exactly.
of pronunciation there is.
Eden.
Okay, Jenga loves your shirt.
My shirt.
Yeah, aren't you hot though?
No, because it has tiny holes.
I know, but still, like
And
those
I have like a, what do you call this? Nashi.
tank top underneath.
I have like a tank top, so it feels like I'm wearing nothing actually.
Okay.
Just a tank top.
Okay.
Like the air goes through, so
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay.
Like I'm not hot. I'm good.
Okay, you good?
Yeah.
The thumb holes were originally in there.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I,
that's
I didn't cut them.
Okay.
They were here already. I didn't make the holes.
I was like,
I don't make
did
the
you
holes.
cut those?
No, they were here already. I used to though cut holes in my shirt.
I did too. Like
Yeah.
sweatshirts and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
would cut holes in
all
them.
the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
And they're just so more comfortable that way, especially
It
if they're
is.
longer. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, the weather has been kind of bleh here in Korea because we have been seeing a little
Bleh.
bit more of rain because we do have another monsoon front coming up. But we're going to try to turn some of this around with some tea time. So if you have any more, not questions, messages, but your song requests. Today's topic is office. So if you have any more song requests, send them in. Let's go into our first balance game today.
Yes, let's
the warm-up
go.
one.
The warm-up one.
Please don't choose my choice.
The warm-up one is watching a movie. So you're watching a movie by yourself. So would you rather watch a horror movie or a mellow romance movie?
So that's what I like, right?
Yeah, what you like.
Okay.
What do you like?
I have a feeling you
Should
and
I
I
go
are gonna,
first?
I feel like you and I are going to choose the same thing.
Yeah, I had the same thought too. So
Okay, then let's say it on 3.
okay.
1, 2, 3.
Horror. Okay. I knew it. No, I don't watch mellow romantic stuff. I don't like it. I love horror movies though. I love them.
I hate mellow. Oh my God. I'll tell you to this day, my girlfriends, years ago, I was so late to watch The Notebook.
Okay.
So like, it took me like years to watch The Notebook, like way after it was released. I'm not talking about like 1 or 2 years. I'm talking about like years after it exists, like it came out. And like my girlfriends are just like, oh, I'm so excited. Anya, you're going to watch it today. And like we were watching it. I'm just like, shoot me.
Oh, you
Shoot
didn't
me.
like it?
I hated it. Oh my God, I hated
Okay.
it. I was just like, I don't get it. Like, I really don't. I don't get it.
Okay.
Like, who would want to marry her? Like, she has so many problems. Like, why?
That's true.
Like, no.
That's so true.
Like, I don't care how much you love her. No, leave. She's such a toxic person.
Exactly. Exactly. There's actually like one romantic movie that I like. It's like about this guy that can turn the time back, that can go back in time. What I think Once Upon a Time? No. What's it called again? Like the ginger guy? You know who that is, right?
It's something again, isn't it?
Maybe. You know what that is, right?
His girlfriend dies, and so he goes back in time, and he keeps going back to see her again. Is that the movie you're talking about?
No, his dad dies. So he
His
keeps
dad
going
dies. Oh, never
back.
mind. Different movie.
I don't remember the movie though. Anyway, this one was kind of, yeah, it was fine, but still.
About
time.
There we go.
There we go. How you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
It was not that bad.
It's not that bad. Okay, no, it's not like I hate like romantic movies. Like Love Actually was a really good movie, but I liked the fact that for Love Actually, I liked it for a different reason. Like Koreans were obsessed with the proposal.
Yeah, okay.
The sketchbook proposal. I hated that scene. I just loved the fact that they showed different types of love. Like they were showing like a little boy's like first crush, but they were also showing like a one-sided love. They were also showing like a more mature love. Like there's very different types of love.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as bad. Like Love Actually to this day is like it's a movie that I like, but like if you try too hard in a movie, like to make it romantic, I'm just like, oh my God.
So the thing is, like, I wouldn't watch a romance movie by myself. The reason why I watch all these movies are because of my sisters. So every time we have like family reunion and we'll be like, okay, what movie shall we watch? They'd be like, oh, let's watch The Notebook. Let's do romantic stuff like K-dramas. And I'm like, okay, right, sure. Like,
Whatever.
sure. I don't care. I'm fine with everything. And that's why I watched it. But by myself, horror movies way better.
Yeah, I would have to say that Our Beloved Summer was my hands down favorite like romantic Korean
watched
drama. No, you did. 그게 우리는.
Ah, okay. Yeah. You're all right.
You watched it. That's the English title.
Okay.
But and I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I did not like Pusitak.
Pusitak?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't like it. Crash Landing on You. I didn't like it.
The thing, wait, the North Korea thingy?
Yeah, Hyunbin and Son Ye-jin.
Really?
I didn't like it. So I'm gonna get so much hate for this.
It.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
It's too much. Like a little too much.
No, but that's what people like.
Yeah, but Descendants of the Sun 2, 태양의 후예 was too much.
Okay.
It's like too much. I feel that 도깨비 was not that bad because the fantasy part of it, The Guardian, I think that was not that bad.
I like Tokebi as well.
Yeah.
Wait, no, actually, no, I didn't like Tokebi.
You didn't?
An old guy with like a high school girl.
Well, I mean,
I was like, excuse me?
All vampire, those kind of things are like that. I mean,
I don't.
The Twilight series, Edward Cullen is like 1,000
I didn't
years
watch Twilight.
old. Oh, there we go.
I didn't watch Twilight. I don't understand that kind of stuff. Like that guy, he's like 1,000 years old. And she's like in high school. She's like, oh, I'm going to go do my high school graduation thingy. He's like, okay, I'll go with you. Excuse me, no, I don't like that. I don't like that kind of stuff.
Thank God this isn't not our like official voting for it today because I feel that we would definitely fought for this one.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Mellow movies like by myself, like I will watch them. Like if obviously for my job, like you know because everything is so like popular or whatnot. Like I will try to watch a particular show just to kind of stay on the trend. But yeah.
No, horror movies are way better.
Wait, Stacey's like, Isak, don't tell Ashley that way. Does Ashley love Pusitak? Sorry, DJ Ashley. It was just really cringe for me.
No, I liked Pusitak. Just at the beginning, like the tornado, that kind of stuff.
That
really?
was ridiculous.
And then, yeah, but it was fine.
Secret Garden 2 was a little too cringe for me.
Secret Garden.
Are you too young to watch that?
What? No, I'm not.
Okay.
I did watch it.
When you were a baby?
Yeah, because of my sisters again. Because of my sisters.
It's a little bit of an older one.
It is another one. Secret Garden. Yeah, it was good.
So just to say, but Mellow, I can't. If I have to choose between the two, I would go with horror.
There are like so many good horror movies.
What's some of your favorite horror movies?
Like, okay, so my favorite horror movie, actually, more than horror, I like gore movies. So they're like one called The Human Centipede.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, have you seen it? There's like 3 of them. I love them.
Okay.
It might sound kind of weird, but don't look it up. It's kind of really gore. And yeah, that's my favorite horror gore movies.
Okay.
And yeah, what about you?
Oh, I have a lot.
Oh, really?
If we're going to go for American ones, I'm going to have to say Amityville Horror. And I'll be very honest with you, it's just because Ryan Reynolds goes shirtless for most of the movie. I'll be very honest with that. I'm not an ab girl, but that movie made me change my mind.
boys, guys, men love him.
But what I loved about
Everyone love him.
right, Amityville Horror, the reason why I liked it so much is because there's an actual house. It's based on an actual house. It's kind of like The Conjuring. I'm not a big Conjuring fan. I was so bored with The Conjuring.
It was kind of
It
boring.
was a really boring movie. What else? American movie wise, I mean, the classics. Psycho is still one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
The black and white original Psycho.
Okay, I don't think I've watched it.
If you watch it today, so one thing that I've noticed is 50s, 60s Hollywood, they had a very particular acting tone. Kind of like Korea did in the early 90s. Like, they're very over-exaggerant.
Okay.
And like if you look at any Marilyn Monroe movies or anything like in the back in the day, they are a little cringy of like how they act.
Yeah.
But Psycho was such a good movie. Like, even if you watch it today, the cinematography, the acting is just very not that era, even though it's a black and white film. So it's a really good movie. It's not as like you expect each scary part because it's such an old movie.
Okay.
Like, the thrill gauge is way different. It's like way
really?
lower than now because these days the bar is so high.
It's so high. It's so extreme.
Right. But yeah, then it was not that. But if you just look at it like it's an older movie, if you just watch it for the cinematography, it's a really great movie to watch even to this day. The Saw series I really liked too.
Yeah, the Saw series were good, but like the early Saw series, like the first
one.
ones.
I think the first one was the best
Not
one.
like the 6, 7th. I don't know. I don't think I've even watched those.
13 Ghosts was one of my favorite horror movies too. But I'll be very honest with you. I really tend to like Japanese originals like Ring, Grudge.
Oh, I've watched those too.
Right?
Yeah, like Asian horror movies are way scarier, I think,
Very much
than
so.
Americans and any other.
I've noticed that American horror movies, like even though we deal with ghosts, the scarier ones tend to deal with like murderers, like serial killers.
Like The Purge. That
Right.
kind of stuff.
That kind of stuff, like Poltergeist, those kind of things, like supernatural. Whereas I feel that Asia, we go really deep with like ghosts.
Yeah.
You're like your psyche, like they try to really scare you with like white noise and background music and make it really eerie.
Jump scares.
There was, man, I forgot the English title again. There's a Taiwanese movie that I saw because it was released in Korea. Oh my goodness. I don't know what it is in English, but in Korean it was Sham.
Sam.
Which is
The cat?
no, it means twins. So it was a
Oh, okay.
Taiwanese film. I remember watching it in the movie theaters. I swear to God, I felt like I was possessed by the time I was finishing that movie.
Really?
Like I felt a ghost followed me out of that theater.
I'm going to watch tonight.
It's a really good movie. Even though I was really busy watching it with subtitles, it was a really good movie. Yeah, I really liked it.
Have you watched any Korean horror movies?
Yeah, a lot.
There was
lot of
one I
them.
watched when I was like super young. It was called 고양이, like cat. I was so scared.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like really young and they like my 선배 형들 made me watch that. I was like, what is this? Like 고양이, like I've never been so scared of cats in my life.
In Korea, if you want to watch some fun series, oh my god, is the English title I think is like high school stories. It's 여고괴담 series. Female. It always takes place at a female high school.
Oh yeah.
And normally for female celebrities, like that would be your hot debut if you wanted to like make it in Korea. I remember when I came to Korea, I was still pretty young. I was dating this guy, and it's kind of a little bit of a trend. Well, not now, but back then, like to take a girl on a date to a movie theater
Yeah.
and watch a horror movie to
Okay.
like scare her. So she would like
But-
hang onto your arm and get scared and be like, "Ah!" and like all that. And I watched it, and it was like the worst scary movie I've ever seen in my life.
You won't get out of it. It was like,
I was like, and like,
that's boring.
right. And like towards the end, I noticed that he was getting more scared. And then like he was also kind of like worried that I was not scared at all. So like towards the end, I acted a little bit. I was like, oh,
무서워.
I was like, oh, I'm so scared. had to do a little bit of acting there, but yeah, definitely. When I saw the remakes of Ring and Grudge, I mean, they were good, but I feel that the originals were pretty amazing.
The originals are always the best.
I, to this day, do not know the name of this film. I saw this Japanese horror movie once. All I remember is the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about, if anybody listens to the storyline and if you know what it is, do let me know, because I was watching it on TV, so I never got a chance to see the title of it. But it was about a murder suicide in a hotel resort in Japan, and years later, a particular film decides to reenact the murder suicide. So they go to the actual location, the rundown resort that's no longer in business, and they have casted all the actors, and the whole shooting staff goes to shoot the film, and they end up literally becoming the same situation. Because the ghosts are still there. So like the ghosts embodied the quote unquote actors that they're supposed to play.
The movie, right? That's not a real story.
No, that's the whole movie. And then what happens is they leave the door open, and then that spirit gets out, and like the end of the movie is they cut to the village and everybody's gone. We don't know if they died or if they disappeared or they ran away, and that's how they end the movie. And I was just like, really? You're going to end the movie like this? Now I'm curious.
Wow.
Now I need to know what the ending is. So yeah, that was one. Yeah, that was one. If you guys know what I'm talking about, please do tell me. I'd never know the name of that film. I want to watch it again, but I don't know what it is.
Tell me if you find it.
Yeah, please.
Tell me if you find it.
You guys tell me if you find it. I would really love to watch the movie again. Well, we are going to be talking about The Office in part 2. So, Timmy, we're going to be reading our first song request just to kind of get into the theme. So, it's a Super M track. Who sent this in?
Super M's. It was a song request from Benny.
Okay.
Tea Time with Timmy song request. Hello Timmy, happy Thursday. Can you choose this song, We Do by Super M? Because when I was working at BPO company, I was a bit of a workaholic, and I did a great job a bit on how I interact with clients before on the chat and with fellow former coworkers. Office is also my second home too. Hope you love the track, Timmy. Enjoy your Thursday. Thank you. Enjoy your Thursday as well. Workaholic.
I'm a workaholic.
I'm a workaholic as well.
Yeah, I think I'm a workaholic. I think we all are. So what we're going to do is take a quick song break, come back, and we're going to officially start talking about Office for today. Remember, after this, the voting starts. Vote for me.
Vote for me.
In the meantime, we got Super M with We Do, and more of our Tea Times coming up after this.
Hey! What? Here we go! New school 8-track in digital. Take a bite of the future, 21st century now. Come on. Shining bright like gold, that's how we roll. Can you feel it now? Oh, yeah. Can you feel it now? And when we started up, we can't stop. Gonna move to relive it when the beat drops. Making everybody dance now. Making everybody dance now. If it feels good, we do it. We do it. Come and move like we move it. We do it. If it feels good, if it feels good, we do it. Come on now, everyone. Let's all run around in the sun. Let's all ride the bike side to side. Now we're having fun. Come on now, everyone. Let's all dream our libido up. Let's all ride about side to side. Now we're having fun. Hey. That's how we do. Feel that? How we do. Can you feel the flow then? That's how we do. Feel that? How we do. Feel that? That's how we do. Feel that? How we do. Feel that? Hey! We gon' ride all together now. There's nothing we can't do. Yeah, we're getting right now. Come on, 'cause we all came to run this. Didn't come this far for nothing. We are here for just one thing, and now we about to live it up. And when we started up, we can't stop. Gonna move, you release it when the beat drops. Making everybody dance now. Making everybody dance now. If it feels good, we do it. We do it. Come on, move like we move it. We do it. If it feels good, we do it. Come on now, everyone. Let's all run around in the sun. Let's all ride the bike side to side. Now we're having fun. Let's have some fun. Come on now, everyone. Let's all do it right, live it up. Let's all ride the bike side to side. Now we're having fun. Now can you feel it for that? Now can you feel it for that? Now can you feel it for that? Just say, can you feel it for that? Now can you feel it for that? Now can you feel it for that? Come on now, everyone. Now we're having fun. So what are we doing? Speakers out the window. Bass go by the wind blow. Move your body. That's what we do. Bring it down. Get up, live your best life. Show them what it looks like. Yeah, that's right. That's what we do. Hey. We go out. Come on now, everyone. Let's all run around in the sun. Let's all run about side to side. Now we're having fun. Come on now, everyone. Let's all do it right, live it up. Let's all ride the bike side to side. Now we're having fun. Now we're having fun. Now can you feel it for that? Now can you feel it for that? Now can you feel it for that? Just say, can you feel it for that? Now can you feel it for that? Now can you feel it for that? Everyone, come on now! Now let's have fun. Do it like we do.
Music that you wanna dance to. Arirang Radio.
In the first balance game for today here on Tea Time with Timmy, as you continue to listen to Arirang Radio's Kpoppin, we obviously had the same opinion. Bad start. Because that means that if we have the same opinion today, I'm going to lose.
Guys, vote for me, guys.
Oh, I'm probably going to lose. So, we are talking about The Office today. So, Timmy, could you please read for us what the topic is?
All right, so today's real topic is a coworker who has the worst personality but is good at their job, or a coworker who is the nicest person you have ever met but is so bad at their job.
Please don't choose the one I want to choose. Please don't choose the one I want to choose. Please don't choose.
So the one I chose is a coworker who has the worst personality but is good at their job. Yes. Did you choose that one as well?
Yeah, I did. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose today. But I'll try to fight it as best I can.
Try to fight it.
I'll try to fight it as best
Try
I
to
can.
fight it.
Okay. So honestly, I've had experience with both. I think in the entertainment business, it's even more so. Like, you see so many different types of people.
Yep.
That you do get a chance to work with a lot of different types, but personality is a really big deal. So, Timmy, make your claim today.
So, first of all, we're talking about a coworker, right? Someone we work with. So I'm here to work. I'm not here to have fun or like to, become friend with that person. So as long as that he does his work well, as long as he can act, he can be professional, I don't care how it is. As long as he gets the job done, it's fine. For example, me in my category, so I'm a model. So if my manager is nice, but he's bad at his job, it's bad because I need work, and if he must find work for me, I'd rather him have like a not good personality, but like find me a lot of work,
Right. Okay, so finally he bring me something that I can actually fight today. So right, if your manager is, especially in this business, if your manager has the worst personality, it's really going to be hard for him to grab jobs. Because think about it.
No.
Think about it. when your manager gets a phone call, it's probably going to be from like our writer or whatnot. And they'll be like, hi. So like if my writer called, they'd be like, hi, this is Arirang Radio. Our show's Kpoppin. Like we would like to have Timmy here on the show. So we would like to kind of have a meetup with you. And he's like, 그러세요.
아니지.
네. Because he has the worst personality.
No,
네.
no,
네,
because
네, 몇 시까지 가면 돼요? If that's how they work. That's how
because
they
it
work.
says the worst personality, but is good at their job.
that he's still answering yes.
No, that doesn't mean he's good. So he can still be professional, right? He can still act professional and be like have like a not good personality with like me, right? That doesn't mean he's bad at his job. But being good at your job means being literally good at your job. So he won't be like like he won't talk like that to the clients, right? To the clients, he'll be like good at his job. So he'll be like, yeah, of course, yeah. And then in the back, he'll be like, yo, you. Get the hell out of here, and then stuff like that, right?
Okay, so you feel that in your situation, he would be bad to you, like have a bad personality to you,
Yeah.
but be nice to others.
Exactly.
Okay, so like I said, I worked with two. I worked with both of these types of people. To be very honest, Timmy's choice does get the work done better, but I think it's also because of the fact that for me, and especially in the when I was a even celebrity too, I would always have to deal with the youngest group, like the youngest members. Like, so we'd have to do training people. So 막내s were always on our team. So like stylist wise, I would always get the 막내s. Like I would always get the new kids. For our writers too, we always have new younger writers. We always have like a main writer, but then like a young, like, you know, a younger writer constantly comes in. So obviously this is like their first job, most of them. For stylists too, they're either fresh out of beauty school or whatnot, and so they don't know how to do their job correctly. So obviously they're going to be making mistakes. They're going to not know what they're supposed to do, what they're not supposed to do. But most of the time they're really nice. Why? Because they want to learn, but you know, some people take a lot longer than others. For some, people are good at working very quickly. They catch things very quickly. They read the room quickly as well. But for others, it literally takes, it's like, okay, come on, Timmy, you need to go do this. Don't do this. Do this. Like, even though they're an adult, you like have to do that with them. So, especially in the situation of working like as a team, especially like for radio, I've noticed that working with both, the nicer people are a lot easier to work with in the end.
I don't really care though, because I'd rather have like get insulted in the backstage and then be looking great on stage than not shining on stage like the actual real stage, and
but
then
having a great teamwork.
backstage. Yeah, I don't really care because I want to get the work done. I don't care how I'm treated as long as the result is good. Like I don't mind being like mistreated. Like I'm not weak-minded to be like, oh, why is he being like that to me? I don't care. He's good at his job. It's fine. That's how I think.
Right. So for me, I feel that for both, I can do both, but, and yes, even though I wanted to go with number one, for a radio setting, not for Timmy, I feel that yes, him having somebody who does their job better, but him being able to do his work at the end of the day is better. But for me, I see my teammates every single day. And then like we have to talk to each other a lot more than other staff members, I'd have to think. So like even when I was a singer, honestly, I don't have to talk to my manager. I don't have to talk to my stylist. I can just do my job and come home. But for radio, that's not necessarily how it's supposed to be. You're supposedly having like an open conversation with each other. The communication really does have to be there. So if one of our team right now, because it's only the four of us, I have my writing team, I have my producer, and then I have myself. If it's only the four of us, and one of us is great at their job, but every time they come, they're off in their own little world. They come late. They're mean. They give us the scripts on time. The scripts are good, but like, let's say if my writer was like, scripts are good, comes on time, whatever. But whenever she comes to the studio or he comes to the studio, if he's always like, you know, off in his own little world, doesn't want to talk to us. Even if he does say something, he's like really rude, has the worst personality, doesn't have any manners in that perspective. I think it would be very hard to work with.
But the thing is, like here, it says the worst personality, but is good at their job. So what I thought is like he has like a bad personality off work, but still at work he's good at his job, right? So he can still talk good with people and like negotiate and stuff like that, right? But it is just off work he will have a really, really bad personality.
Well,
that's how I was thinking.
Right, which is true. But this is also office drama, so we know that they have the worst personality, but they're good at their job.
Yeah.
But I feel that for you especially, everyone that you work with, their personality also has to be their job.
Of course.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like, did you watch Entourage?
No.
The American drama?
No, I didn't.
Okay. There's a character named Ari. He's an agent to a really big like agency. He has the worst personality anybody could ever have.
With like everyone?
With everyone. So he cusses at everyone. He calls his assistant fat. He has like racial slurs. Like his character is like the worst. But he still gets the job done. Like he will go to producers or directors of films and he will try to get his talent jobs, which he's good at. Like he'll wine and dine them. He'll be nice to them, but like in his own office, because he's the boss of his own office, he is the worst person in the world. Like he says you're fired like 20 times a day. And then he'll like be like, you're fired. And then he'll be looking for his assistant. Like that's the kind of person that he was. So I'm feeling that you and I work with people that your personality has to be your job. So for you, obviously, you think like they have all of that to be able to get you jobs, but obviously it is stressful. So for your part, it does work because they can be bad to you, but they're getting you jobs.
Exactly.
Whereas for me, job-wise, I would have to say that, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind having a better person that, you know, did their job better. But if you are able to still teach somebody, I feel that teaching somebody with a better personality is better to work with because it can be a team effort. For us anyways. As a radio team, it can be a team effort. Like all of us can come together to try to help our fellow colleague get better.
I don't really know because someone that is bad at his job, I don't think he can really like get better.
So you
Whereas
feel,
someone that is good at his
okay.
job is still good. He like the thing is, he gets the work done. You don't have to do anything. He will still, you know, at the end, it will be a win situation, right?
Okay.
Whereas even though the person is nice, okay, but we're still at a professional. We're thinking about a coworker at work. So when we're talking about work, we need someone who is good at their job. We don't care about the personality. Whereas, like, I don't know if you're going to like some kind of meeting or like a club thingy. Of course, you're looking for some nice people.
Right.
Don't have to be like good at it because you're not in like a professional situation, right? But when you're in a professional situation, you need someone who can get the job done. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, a lot of our listeners, I think, are trying to. It's a little split today. Some of our listeners are agreeing with Timmy. Some of our listeners are agreeing with me. So I think that it's where you draw the line for Timmy's reasoning and where you draw the line for my reasoning as well. Like, if you have a manager who is good at his job, so like he will be able to do customer service perfectly, like if he's working in an office perspective and then you're dealing with customers, like they will be able to talk to customers and whatnot, but when they come back to the office, just with their colleagues, they are, you know, having the worst personality. If that's the case, Timmy feels that, you know, it's still something that you could be better to work with. They are still able to do their job. Whereas me, I feel that they might, especially if it comes to customer service, there's a lot of Karens out there. So, I mean, like...
Karens.
To say that the customer's always right, that's not always the situation. And I would rather have somebody who is kind enough to sit there and listen to all those complaints and then just turn around and
No,
have
because
somebody else
see,
deal with it.
someone who is kind enough and listen to all these complaints will still be someone that is good at his job, right?
But they have the worst personality, so I don't think they'll have the patience.
No, but like we're talking about a nice person, but who is bad at their job. So you can be nice, but like, what if you are nice, but you can't listen to all these complaints? So you're going to be kind and then just, So see, it doesn't really work, right?
How about this? Let's change it to not as a colleague, but as a boss. So if your boss didn't really make you do the work, right? So if you are in an office setting and you go to a 9 to 5, but your boss is the worst personality, screams at you all the time, always throws your paperwork back at you like, what is this? Why didn't you do this right? Do it over. You have it's yagan tonight. You have to do more hours. But upstairs, technically, they keep bringing, they keep bringing the par over par. Like, they actually are able to bring the margin for your team, so the team always gets compliments. Would you rather work with a CEO like that, or a CEO who always buys you things like food, always gives you, always gives you like, always comes up like, hi Timmy, oh, you're doing a great job, it's great, but like they're just not the best team leader. Like they're not really efficient with what they do job wise.
I don't care. Like, what if so let's say he buys you things, he is nice to you, but he doesn't give you your 월급.
No, it's not going to be his point to give you
It
your
is if he's
paycheck.
bad at his job. Imagine he's bad at his job, so he can't keep the company together, so he has debt and he can't give his coworkers
really
money,
nice.
right?
But he's really nice.
He's like, I'll give it to you next month. And then he says that every month. No, I don't care. I want my money. I've signed my contract to work to 9 to 5, so I'm still working to 9 to 5. And if I do yagan, I'll get paid more because he's good at his job, right?
Right.
But I don't want a nice coworker who's like, oh, you can go home today, but then don't give me money, right?
Okay.
That's
your perspective. Okay, sounds good. So you have chosen Pua's request for our next song request. So could you please read who sent in Pua's request and with what story?
So Pua's request was from Arirang.
Okay, Aaron.
Aaron, tea time. Hey, Isaac and Timmy. How are you guys? A day at the office for most people probably includes paperwork, computers, and headache. My day at the office means cleaning a hotel. It involves cleaning, of course, but it also includes locker, free coffee, and provided meals from our kitchens. The headaches are still there, especially when people don't do the job they are supposed to. And there are days when I want to copy myself, copy and paste all day long, and then the hotel would be spotless all the time.
Right.
Other people use copy and paste to make their jobs easier. Why can't I? Besides the idea, it's mad science.
Right.
My song request is Copy and Paste by Boa. Please have a fantastic day.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm a workaholic to the point where I was like, if I can copy and paste myself, that would be so cool.
I used to think that all the time. Like, I'll be like my own manager.
Yeah. Because I know my work ethic. So, yeah. If I have somebody.
No problem.
Right? It would be no problem.
So chill.
And then I could do more jobs at once and just have the same paycheck. So what we're going to do is take a listen to Pua's track with Copy and Paste. And I'll see you guys back after this with our results and penalty.
설레이는 먼저 일어난 새는 조금 외로운 걸 영화보다 더한 사건들도 매일 진짜로 일어나 내 주위 친구들보다 먼저 어른이 돼야 하지만 누구보다 어린 걸 나중에야 알게 돼 미치 우리는 마치 이끌린 그 이유 멋진 퍼즐처럼 완벽히 다 맞을걸 기쁨도 슬픔도 일리들처럼 말야 너도 하나의 나 마치 못해 Your way, DNA 너로 인한 자부심 다 copy 사랑이란 메시지 언제나 조금 더 따뜻하게 바라봐준 너 내가 가진 모든 건 너에게만 다 copy and paste 그렇게 믿고 있었지 어디 주변을 따라돈다고 이제부터 그대가 나의 태양이 되어주겠니 너를 따라 뛸 테니 나를 비춰주겠니 Your way, DNA 이유 있는 자부심 It's alright, it is right 꿈꾸던 그 fantasy 새롭게 빛나는 저 파란 별이 되는 법 내가 가진 모든 건 너에게만 다 copy and paste 다 copy and paste
Arirang Radio.
All right, it is slowly time for us to find out what the results are going to be. In between the topic and the penalty, we always never get a chance to read the last request. So could you read the last request for
Right
us?
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll play the song later, but let's read the request because I always feel bad because we never get a chance to read the request for the last song. So let's do that now to get it out of the way while our listeners send in their final votes.
All right, so the last request is from Gwen. Hello to me, how are you doing today? So for today's topic, office, can I please request Work Hard by DKB as one works hard in their office, lol. No pun intended, lol. Anyways, I love you so much and I hope you have an amazing day. You're the best. Thank you. You're the best, Gwen.
So these are the kind of messages that Timmy chooses. Oh, okay. I see that. I see you. I see you. Okay. So we need to do the countdown to find out who is going to be taking the penalty for today. In the chat today, honestly, I cannot tell who's going to win. So let's do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why is this so
How
close?
is it? It is.
Why is this so close?
Oh my God.
64.6% to
Oh my God.
35.4%. So the 35.4% is having the penalty for today.
Please.
35.4% goes to Timmy!
Again?
Woohoo! Yes! 감사합니다! Thank you!
I swear,
Thank
your
you.
listeners just
Thank
want
you.
to make me get a penalty.
I mean, that's the whole point of the segment. You're just now knowing this?
Why?
You're just now finding this out?
Why do I bother talking so much?
Well, it's because you still need to do your job.
Of course.
Okay, so the tin can is where you're going to be getting your penalty, and then we're going to go from there.
Is this the
No,
one?
not that one.
Not that one.
This one. This one. There you go. Take it out. What's your request? Or what was your penalty for today?
All right.
Choose that one? Okay.
Let's see.
What is it?
인성 네컷 찍기. 본인 인성? What is this?
So you're going to be taking, you know how there's 인생 내컷 these days?
Wait.
Like, take, no, what?
Oh, wait, no, wait. How? Wait.
You have to take pictures.
No.
You have to take pictures.
Wait. That's kind of weird, right? Because before I just came in here, Chaco was like, Timothée, do you know what 인생 내 커지? I was like, yeah, sure. Why? Excuse me, why did I get this? Can I see the papers?
So
No.
피디님 says that 희노애락으로 네컷 찍을게요. So,
What is 희노애락?
so it's going to be like happy, sad, angry. Like you have to choose those 4 different emotions, and we're going to be taking 4 different cuts of that.
That's so weird.
And then we're going to be editing it.
That's so weird. How did I pick that one?
No, so yeah, Timmy is being
This
very
is
honest.
rigged.
So before we came into the studio today, 피디님 was talking about how if we ended up putting this into the penalty, do you think if Timmy would be able to do it? I was like, I think he could be able to do it. And I was like, but they were also telling me, they're like, you might be able to do it too. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it too. And then they were just like, okay, but yeah, I guess he heard it.
That is
No, but he chose it
rigged.
from in between.
No, I think they're all the same. I swear. I'm sure they're all the same things.
So we're going to be taking the pictures outside of the studio, and then we're going to be posting it on our Instagram account, so don't forget to check it out. We're going to be tagging him in it too, so don't forget to see that. Well, this brings us to the end of the show for today. Timmy's going to be joining us next week for another fun tea time with Timmy. And as we sign off for today, this is Gwen's request for DKB, Takvi with 난 이래 work hard. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye!
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. So brave. For you. 매일 난 이래. 매일 난 이래. 매일 난 이래. 매일 난 이래. 넌 여기가 어울리지 않아. 초라하고 말없는 나와 나의 식사. 넌 너무 빛나니까. 넌 화려해야만 해. 넌 아름다우니까. 난 이래야만 해. 너와의 미래를 위해. 너의 행복을 위해. 넌 페널스 와우 페럴 위험한. 그런 게 너에겐 어울려. 예쁘니까. 너를 위해 열심히 난 일을 해야 돼. 매일 난 이래. For you. 매일 난 이래. For you. 넌 아름다웠어. 그런 너를 위해서 난 모든 다 해줄게 baby you're the only one. 매일 난 이래. All day all night. 계속 빛나만의 life 보세요 cardio. 찾아올려 빨간 radio. 서내리는 모습은 화보 그 자체 발광된 눈앞에 맛이 흘러 drip drip. 오늘 따라 넌 더 lit like red lipstick. Wanna lick it. Yeah. 9 to 5 론 부족해 9 to 9. 너만의 나